Hey, so I'm going to do the Dre and Marvin McCoy or McKay, something like that. It's gonna be a tarot and commentary video because I don't know anything about this story. This is a request, and I thought it would be interesting because I know absolutely nothing about this story. I haven't even heard about it. I'm not even sure who these people is. I never even seen them. So I did find a video that summarized everything that happened. It is called Andre and Marvin Mccray story full breakdown on how Vaughn ended up on life support. All right, let's get started.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a story that I've been kind of keeping up with over the past few days. My friend, she actually come across this story and she shared it with me, and the story goes back years. It starts years ago. It's the story of Marvon Mccray and his wife Dre Mccray. She is an influencer, and unfortunately he is in the hospital in a coma on life support.
Mm. Let's just take a minute to look at their pictures real quick, see what I get a sense of. Hmm. Hmm. It do seems a little off to me, but not too much. Let's continue.
And unfortunately, he is in the hospital in a coma on life support.
Mm.
I've done hours upon hours of research into this story because it does start years ago, and there's so much concerning this story. There's so many moving parts concerning this story that to get all caught up and to really understand what was happening, it took me hours of research. And upon my hours of doing research to figure out what was happening, I've come across a lot of other people saying that they're interested in this story, but they just don't know where to start. Also, I do have to put in a trigger warning for this video. In this video, there's going to be discussions of depression, drug use, and suicide. So if those are things that trigger you, please proceed with caution or just go ahead and click off the video. If you or someone you know is struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, help is available. Suicide Prevention Live. She is an influencer. Dre's biggest following is on Facebook, where she has a following of over 600,000 followers. She started posting content to her Facebook account in early 2017. Dre amassed such a large following due to her makeup skills. Now, Dre also has other social media accounts where she has large followings, but nothing like how she has on Facebook. She has a YouTube channel called the Mccray Tribe, which was started in January 2022. She has a YouTube channel called Andre Mccray, which was started in January 2011. When Dre started on Facebook, she was a beautiful, heavier set woman. Now, normally I wouldn't point this out, but this is of some significance. Dre introduced her family to her followers. Dre has 2 daughters and a son. She also has a husband named Marvon. Marvon goes by Vaughn. The 2 girls were from a previous relationship. Youngest, the boy, was Dre and Vaughn's son together. Now, at this time that Dre introduced her family to her following, her and Vaughn had been together for around 2.5 years. Vaughn was in the military when he and Dre got married. What is being said is that Dre did not like Vaughn being in the military because it dictated a lot of things in Vaughn's life, how he worked, where they had to live. She had no control over Vaughn. Vaughn would essentially become medically discharged from the Marines due to a knee injury. After Dre became pretty popular on Facebook, she started selling a jewelry called paparazzi. Dre has made comments on several of her live streams that they've made a pretty good living from her being an influencer and selling the jewelry. At some point, Dre started an alkaline diet as well as a vegan diet. She quickly started to lose weight. Dre put Vaughn and the kids on this diet as well. Vaughn and Dre both started losing weight, and at this point, Dre is the breadwinner, and Vaughn is a stay-at-home dad. Dre also started taking a more holistic approach when it comes to medication or her kids being sick. If Dre, Vaughn, or the kids got sick, she would use herbs as medication rather than taking them to the doctor.
Did you taste your tea, Maya? How's it taste? Clovey? It does have clove. Because you've been dealing with the issues from the ticks, like, you know, whatever that is. I need to give you stuff, like, that's gonna help take care of that.
Dre ended up taking her kids out of public school as well. She began homeschooling them. Online, everything seemed fine. But behind the scenes, the kids and Vaughn were living a nightmare, a prison in their own home. Dre started drinking teas with kratom in it. Kratom is considered a stimulant. It has an opioid-like effect on the body. It is considered safe for adults. However, Dre was given this not to just Vaughn, but to her children as well, and in large amounts. When you use kratom over a long period of time, your body begins to rely on it in some ways. Research shows that kratom can become addictive. Taking kratom in large doses for an extended period of time can cause severe side effects, such as heavy or shallow breathing, extreme lethargy, trouble speaking, impaired motor skills, psychosis, seizures, and much more. Vaughn was actually caught on live streams telling Dre that he was having trouble walking and that he would fall over at times. Vaughn was a healthy young man before this. He was a Marine, but for some unknown reason, Vaughn started having seizures and having trouble with his balance. From what I read, not only did Vaughn start having seizures, but one of the daughters did as well. Vaughn ended up getting put on some sort of medication for his seizures. Now, Dre being an influencer, she would go live on Facebook a lot. Everything in their life was open to the public almost.
Yo, she lost that weight and not like looking sick. I know about kratom. Kratom been around for a long motherfucking time, and there's a lot of people who use it. I don't see it causing seizures. I ain't never heard of somebody who taking kratom and causing seizures. The first time I tried kratom was at this hippie festival that I went to. And the first time I tried it, I didn't really feel like a difference or whatever like that. And then I tried it later on in life, and you know, it's cool or whatever. Um, but I don't think that it should be given to kids. Like, I don't feel like it should be given to kids on a consistent everyday basis and everything. I have been hearing a lot about um kratom being addicting, and I believe that to be true. But I ain't never heard about it causing seizures. And I feel like if you do use it, you should really monitor it for real.
She would even go live while using the bathroom.
Please don't feel like I'm lying.
So, oh my God, Libby, you're gonna make me cry. I'm so happy you're here. Just warning you, because y'all are new, like, we personal up in here. I always go pee. I take a shower with y'all. Like, we are live all the time. I'm just really, like, it was stressful. And then, you know, whenever he gets like that, he doesn't want to take medicine, like the natural herbs that will help him.
She made it a habit to record everything, even Vaughn having seizures. Now, let me tell you guys a little bit more about Vaughn. So Vaughn was born to a woman named Letitia. At some point, Letitia had trouble raising Vaughn and his siblings, so they moved in with Vaughn's grandmother. Now, from what I read, when Vaughn was about 7 or 8 years old, he did move back in with his mom, Letitia. However, he had a very close relationship with his grandmother, and he called his grandmother Mom. I'm also of the understanding that when Vaughn got older, he was so close to his grandmother that his relationship with his mother kind of drifted a little bit. And after he and Dre got married and he became a stay-at-home dad, his relationship with his biological mother drifted even more. It got to the point where he was basically estranged from his mom and that side of the family. A lot of people have said that Dre was behind this, that Dre isolated him from his family. From 2017, from the start of her Facebook page to 2021, everything seemed great between Von and Dre.
All right, I want to ask the cards about that. Did Dre isolate him from his family? Did Dre isolate him from his family? Yeah, she did. I don't think it was as intentional as people might think it is, though. Um, I got the yes card, but I also have perfect timing and success, and if you believe. So something about it is kind of like she made him feel like in order to be successful that he would have to like choose, he would have to like limit the time that he spent with his family because they was on the brink of success. That's what I'm getting. Cause and I felt like she believed that. She believed that it was best for them to be separate from his family. But yeah, she did.
Dre's business was successful. The couple bought a new truck. Things seemed really well, other than the fact that Von had started having seizures. He was on medication to help control the seizures. Behind the scenes, Von wasn't happy. And from what we hear, the kids were unhappy as well. On several live streams in the background, you can hear the kids asking for food or asking about food. Their youngest son, Raza, would ask his mom to show him pictures of meat. In one live stream, Raza can be heard saying that he misses chips and cookies. No, Raza is young, you guys. Raza is like 6 or 7 years old from my understanding. Now, because Dre basically went live and showed everything about.
And I don't think that like a vegan diet, like not every diet is for everybody. I feel um like I was experimenting with like the blood type diet, and me and my daughter got two different blood types. And when I was feeding her based on what they said that her blood type thrive on, she did say that she felt better, just like more energy, more clarity and stuff like that. And according to that diet, my daughter should be like on a vegan, vegetarian diet. But with my blood type, I should be eating meat. And I think that some people is supposed to be eating meat. I don't think that being vegan is for everybody. Um so yeah, and I do feel like she went to the extreme with this. Like, did she make him sick? Like, did she purposely um make them sick? Did she purposely make them sick? No. I got the no card. On top of take action. Take action. Improving health. And meditation bring awareness. So what I get with that is no, but I am getting a sense that she was delusional. Like she was a bit delusional when it came to this diet. And she, even though she was hitting a lot of red flags, a lot of warning signs that this is not for everybody, she didn't take heed. She ignored it because she was delusional about the diet and how it was making people feel, but she thinking that she's improving their health. She thinking that she's doing the right thing. She thinking that she's doing what's best for them. I'm gonna finish the story because I feel like at some point, especially when the husband started to have seizures, there should have been a conversation, a talk, like some firm boundaries put down or something like that. Somebody should have spoken up or something. Somebody should have questioned it or something like that. But I feel like she was so delusional she wouldn't have listened anyways. But it should have still been challenged, some pushback, some resistance.
For the most part, there were lives of Dre talking about going to Mexico to get Xanax. There were lives where she was in Mexico saying that she was nervous to try to cross the border because they had medication on them.
Now, what? And she's like, so she went from the kratom to the Xanax. She do have like just how she doing this diet. She has a addicting personality. I'm feeling like she was addicted to that diet. She was addicted to the attention that she got from being on it. Then she got addicted to the internet because she can't even use the bathroom without putting the internet on pause for a little while and just go to the bathroom. And now she's up here talking about getting Xanax for what? Like she don't even have like a medical note for it or nothing. And she talking about being afraid to cross the border and she on live talking about this. See, sometimes when I be hearing these stories, I be like, yo, none of this shit make any sense when it comes to the justice system, when it comes to just critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude who was drinking the nasty ass tea with the Drano in it, like how much pain, how many times do you have to be poisoned until you question why people take so long to question things? Like, especially when your life is in danger with that Drano. And I posted the picture of the person who said that they accidentally use a spoon that they just poured Drano with and it instantly burnt their mouth. So just that, and that's just a little bit of residue, but she actually pouring Drano in his drink and he drinking it. Think about how that shit would feel just drinking it. He probably had a sore throat or something afterwards immediately. And if you didn't think that the first time, you didn't think that you was being poisoned. I mean, damn, you didn't even stop drinking the lemon tea. So at some point, I feel like he wanted to be poisoned. Like, I don't know. People just really weird now. People just really weird.
Along with this strict alkaline and vegan lifestyle, she had the whole family drinking kratom teas. And apparently, she was partaking in prescription medication that she didn't have a prescription for. Dre and Vaughn were thin. They have both lost so much weight. They did not look healthy. And Vaughn did not look happy. But things started looking up for Vaughn a little bit when he reconnected with his family. His biological mom, some of his siblings. He was super excited about it. While on a live stream, he shared with the followers how he had reconnected with his family. It was obvious that this was something that he was looking forward to get to know his mom again, to get to know his family again. But while Vaughn talked about this, Dre stood on the side looking angry about it. It seemed like Dre did not support this reconnection between Vaughn and his family. Dre and Vaughn were really struggling behind the scenes. Vaughn wasn't happy. Dre was over the bank account. At one point, she took all the money out of their joint account and put it into a separate account, leaving Vaughn no access to any money. Even though Vaughn got a VA check every month, he was bringing in money to the household, but he wasn't allowed to touch it. Dre would not even allow Vaughn money to run to the store. Anything that Vaughn needed, he had to get permission from Dre. Vaughn was staying home with the kids. He couldn't work, couldn't hang out with his friends. Just started reconnecting with his family, but Dre didn't support that. He wasn't allowed to eat the way that he wanted. It was said that Dre treated the older girls way better than she treated the boy, Roscoe. I heard there were...
All right, I'm just want to question why he let her treat him like that, you know? Why he let her treat him like that? I am hearing a lot of threats. Like, yeah. She's real evil with it. Like, I take the kids from you. I do this, I do that. I think he was planning. I think he was planning to escape somehow. Um, I just had an epiphany. I know what I have to do now. And I also got, now that I know the truth, I can make better decisions. So at some point, he was really heavily thinking about it. She might have something over him, like, because with this, I'm tired of looking over my shoulders. The guilt is weighing me down. Please forgive me. He might have, I'm kind of getting the sense that he might have had an affair or something like that. For some reason, he felt like he owed her in some sense. Okay. I'm afraid of rejection, failure, and the unknown. And he could have been like very traditional, like in a sense of, you got to fight for your family and stuff like that. And, you know, don't believe in divorces or some shit like that. I'm afraid of rejection, failure, and the unknown. I really need to think this through. So he was planning, though. He was planning. He was planning of how he can escape. I think he was like building up the momentum, building up the nerve of like finally walking away. Cause there was a sense of guilt. He could have also had guilt just because he was thinking about leaving and he was like secretly planning without telling her and stuff like that. But I feel like he I'm just getting like I'm seeing an argument. Him like laying on the bed and she like pacing in the room, pacing back and forth. And he telling her like, I'm really unhappy and I'm ready to leave the relationship. And she not responding to it like normally. I'm just seeing her like walking back and forth in the room, touching stuff like she have OCD or some shit like that. Um, I'm hearing her say fine, but she follow it up with like, well, if you leave, then I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, da 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 da. But I'm feeling like at this point, he was like, you know what? Do what you do. Do what you do. I don't even care no more. I'm tired. I'm done. So I do feel like he communicated it with her at least once. I do want to ask, how did he feel about his family? Before that, I want to ask, why was he feeling guilty? Okay. Why was he feeling guilty? That's a lot. Oh, gossip, divine feminine, access granted, social media. Oh, he might have been talking to people online. He might have had met somebody too. Ooh. Yo, I think she was so crazy that he ran back to black females. He's like, yo, I'm done with these white crazy ass women. I'm finna go get me a black goddess. I think that it was like that, but I think that he was online talking to somebody. He might even got caught because here, this her right here, drama queen. Oh, okay. So I'm getting it. I'm thinking that he was like online talking to somebody and he talking about her. Even if it wasn't like with another female, it could have been like with family members, somebody that he was close with. And he would talk about how crazy this relationship was with this woman. And that's why he felt guilty. Cause for one, he was plotting his escape. He like, yo, I gotta get away from this. I can't do this no more. But he talking. He talking to people. He gossiping. He sure is. He talking about how chaotic it is, how crazy this woman is. And I'm feeling like he talking in the sense of like he was looking for not justification, what is the word? Validation. Like, yo, am I tripping or life ain't supposed to be like this? He questioning things. So he's talking to somebody to like, just to validate his own concerns, like to make sure that he's not tripping. And I believe whoever he was talking to was telling him, yo, you not tripping. You got to get the fuck up out of this. You got to escape. It's dangerous. That's when I'm feeling like people was like, nah, this is real crazy. Like you right to want to leave. Like we understand why you don't want to be there no more. That's what I'm getting.
Her live streams where she spoke about being a monster to Roscoe, about yelling at him and spanking him and losing her cool on him. Allegedly, there were several live streams where she was mean to Roscoe.
Dude, there were some spankings that I've done that I feel like, who was I? Like seriously? I freaked out. I blew up on Rosa.
She high right here. She a full out drug addict. That's probably why she even got on kratom. I think she might have been popping the pills before kratom. She high as fuck. So Roscoe is the little boy. Um, all right, so let's get into that. Let's tap into that a little bit. Wish cards. I think I use these. Okay. Okay, why was she so mean to Roscoe? Why was she so mean to Roscoe? See, it want to be sideways. I got the towel though. Um, let's get some more cards. I'm with the tower card. I'm kind of feeling like she felt like this child kind of like ruined her life, or kind of like was the final straw. Was the final straw. But I'm not too sure who Roscoe is. Like, is it their child or it was a child from before? Okay. Why was she so mean to? That's a lot of cards. That's so many cards, y'all. Why she was so mean to Roscoe? A lot of cards keep wanting to fall out. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of getting like she felt like this was the youngest, right? I'm feeling like she felt like this child was just too much, like as in she couldn't handle another child or something, or even if he wasn't the youngest, it's like it was something about this particular child. Maybe the personality, because I felt like he was very opinionated. She got a chaotic mind too. Sometimes she just be bored. And when she get bored, she start to want to nitpick and be a bully in some form or fashion. But what I'm getting mostly is that she felt like a sense of freedom has been taken away from her. And it's related to Roscoe for some reason. Like with this world card and in the Six of Wands reverse. I'm feeling like she felt like some reason with this particular child, it held her back. It's just who she took her frustration on. But I think that this child, like, their mouth is kind of slick. Like they was bold, they would talk back. They would, if something don't make sense, they would call that shit out. They would tell the truth and everything. And, it just be too much for her. Like, cause the thing what I'm seeing in these cards is that she wasn't happy either. Like she just was too afraid to be alone. But I don't think that she really wanted to be in this relationship. If she could, she would be alone. I'm not alone. Like I think if she could have had find somebody else, had some type of affair or something, she probably would have still tried to kill him. I ain't too sure about that. Yeah, I'm just speculating. Okay. Um, because just the way her mind is set up, she's selfish. She's afraid to let go of things. She put her needs first and everything. She's not really thinking about the other person and whatnot. So I think that the only reason she want to prevent it she prevented her husband from leaving, is because of her own selfishness, not because she loved him. Because I think she hated her life. She was not happy. Okay, let's continue.
And I yelled, and it wasn't okay. It's because I've given my kids memories that I wish could be erased from their head. I literally feel like I'm just a walking monster. Like, boy, you just took me to like level 10, and now I'm pissed. And then all of a sudden, whenever he's calm, oh, mommy, can I have something to eat? I'm thinking like, mother, do you know what? Like, I need to calm down.
Just laid down because I was losing it. And I told the girls, you need to come and get Raza out of the room right now because I feel like I'm going to do something I'm going to regret. And I was so serious. So they got him out of the room and I just went to bed. Raza, say a prayer. Say a prayer.
But it's also precious.
Keep in mind, Raza is Von's biological child, so that had to weigh heavy on Von. Von expressed to Dre that he wasn't happy. Von told Dre that he wanted to see a doctor, but Dre convinced Von that he had PTSD.
I'm good, child. I'm good. Cause I haven't watched this. This is my first time even watching this. So, the cards, they be telling. I mean, everything I just said was just confirmed.
And that with PTSD, a doctor wouldn't help him. He decided he was going to go to the doctor. He was going to get a hotel so he could get some separation between him and Dre. He had told friends that Dre was too much for him, and he felt like she didn't listen to how he feels, but just tried to gaslight him. Von decides to open up his own bank account. All he has is $25, but with that $25, he opens up his own bank account. Now, when Dre found out about this, she was furious. Told Von that it wasn't fair, and that if she had did that he had been mad, despite the fact that she did do that. She took all the money out of the joint account and put it into an account.
You've been taking our money and putting it in separate accounts long before last month ago. You've been depriving me of stuff long before this. Actually, all this started happening when we first got that building. You telling me you've been building a security blanket for yourself for a long ass time, but I get jumped on for opening up a $25 account for the VA that I was going to tell you about as well. I understand now. He's being truthful too. I really felt like he was trying to be upfront. I feel like he was trying to be upfront. He was trying to be understanding. He even felt guilty about wanting to leave. This woman, she's just evil as hell, She's just evil as hell. Because there's no reason. There's no fucking reason for her to try to hold him back or even control him. So
that Von had no access to. Von ended up going to the doctor, tells the doctor that his wife had basically diagnosed him with PTSD. The doctor talked to Von and decided that he doesn't have PTSD. After leaving this doctor's appointment where he was told the doctor doesn't think he has PTSD, and he realizes that his wife has convinced him that he had PTSD, and maybe all along he didn't. He reaches out to Dre and he tells her about his appointment. He tells her he needs money.
And I also feel like he missed it when she was thick. Like I'm getting a sense that both of them stopped being attracted to each other because I'm feeling like a lack of sexual energy and shit like that. So yeah, it was a hot mess. The marriage was a hot mess.
because he wants to stay in a hotel. He doesn't want to go home. He needs some time. He tells her he doesn't want to come home until he gets the ball rolling on taking care of his mental health because he's depressed. So he just wants some separation. He asked Dre for money to stay in a hotel.
Seen, but it won't happen overnight. I can't even believe I'm asking you this because I have nothing else, please.
She refuses. Keep in mind, she makes a lot of money, you guys, and he also brings in money with his VA check. Dre actually told a friend of hers that 4 months before that, she started a savings account. And in 4 months, she was able to put $18,000 into that savings account. She's able to keep money into their regular account, pay the bills, live a lifestyle of her having the best makeup, the best wigs, new outfits every time she's on a live stream. She gets her nails done every other week. But Vaughn could not have money to go stay in a hotel to deal with his depression, to get some separation. She won't allow it. So with nowhere to go and no money, Vaughn goes home. At some point when he's home, he decides again, he wants to try to get some separation. So he talks to his kids. He tells his kids that he's struggling and that he needs some space. In the audio, we hear Vaughn telling his kids that he's scared. He's scared if he stays in that house that he may not wake up the next day. Let's listen to what he had to say in the audio, you guys.
So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go get checked out for my brain. Now, the thing is that that's not until Monday. You know what depression is?
Yeah, I know what depression is.
Right now, I am extremely depressed.
Eat my hand.
I really can't. To me, like to me, it's just the aura is depressing. And in order for me, because to be honest with you, and I'm telling you this with all seriousness, I feel like if I stay in the house again tonight, I might not wake up tomorrow morning. And it's not because I want to hurt myself or harm myself. I'm actually going to get help. I'm a survivor. But I feel like because of the stress, because stress is the #1 killer in America, because of the stress, I think it might cause me to just stop. I don't know. But in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Emotionally, that's what I think.
Come here.
Physically, that's all I can feel.
Rosa, come here.
Even though I don't want to.
Big shark.
But that's the only thing that I can do. The only thing I can do is get out of the house. So what I'm gonna do is I've already packed up. I'm gonna leave until Monday. Monday is gonna be the day that I actually get checked out. At that point, then everything else will start coming around. So I'm gonna take off for a while and then I'll come back. But it's for me to get help, okay? I'm not doing this because I just don't want to be here or I don't want to help nobody or anything like that. I want to be here. But I don't want to lose this.
Don't do that.
I don't want to lose my mind. So in order for me to not do that, sometimes you just have to go.
Are you gonna be gone for a few days, like, or are you gonna come around?
I'm gonna be gone until Monday.
Big shark.
Monday's when I'll come back.
I hope you know that when you go to a psychiatrist, sometimes it's not immediate help. It takes a series of appointments in order for you to get better. And if you are literally saying that you might not wake up, because that's a hazard. I really think you need to go to a hospital.
No, what I'm trying to tell you is the fact of I'm stressed here. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not really up for discussion, but I'm just letting you guys know what's going on.
It's not up for discussion, but you literally,
stop, because
you
you're doing
told,
it right now. I'm literally like,
all I'm doing is talking. That's it.
Nah, she is gaslighting. She acting like she don't understand. And then she trying to escalate it to the point, oh, you just need to go check yourself into the hospital or something like that. Yeah, she's a real narc, yo. She's a real narc. Yeah, she gaslighting the shit out of him. And the reason why he's not standing up to her and stuff, because, you know, that passive aggressive, like sometimes people think just because a person is not yelling and screaming, they're not being violent. No, that's not true. You have motherfuckers like her, like they will use passive aggression to manipulate. Like, I'm not abusing you. Like, look how calm my voice is. I'm not doing anything to you. Look how understanding I'm being. But she act like she couldn't understand the fact that he's saying that he needs some time away to get his mind right. And it's that simple. It's that simple. And it's all about control because I don't think that she's pressed if he stayed or leave like that, but she wants to maintain control. I wouldn't be surprised if she was to like call the police on him or something like that and be like, he's threatened to commit suicide. And I really think that y'all should lock him up, put him in the ward for a little while so he could think things through. She would do some shit like that.
Talking about something that I told you I don't want to talk about.
Marvon, you just told my kids something very heavy that you might not wake up tomorrow.
Yeah, but you're
That
trying
is
to get me to do something that I don't want to do.
Marvon,
What
that
was
is
the thing I
some
told you when we first got
Marvon,
married?
that is something very serious.
Don't get.
And
why are you staring at me so hard? And
I'm looking at you, but I don't think you understand the weight of what you just told them. That is very serious.
Drea, a lot of the stuff that's been going on in this house is very serious that I haven't even been able to open my mouth about, but everybody else knows.
Vaughn.
Do you understand what that says?
Vaughn.
It's important that they know. It's important. It's important.
I want to know what she truly thinking right now because, she playing dumb, like she can't comprehend or because, yeah, he said that, but he also explained that it's not, he was basically saying it as like a metaphor because he said that it's not because he wanted to off himself, it's because of the stress of why he feel like that. And she cherry picked that. She zoomed in to just that. And now she's trying to convince him that he's crazy, that he's at a risk to himself, that he need to check himself into the hospital. But I want to know what she's truly thinking and planning. Okay, what's she truly thinking and planning right here? Mm. Wow, I'm getting the recognition I deserve. People are watching me shine. She's thinking about how she's going to be perceived because she probably the one who released this audio, right? So she's thinking about, you know, how she's going to be perceived because she thinking like, I'm sounding like the mature one. I'm sounding like the understanding one, and he's sounding crazy. So she don't even care like how he feeling. It's not about that. I need to get on my feet first. I keep thinking about what I lack. I'm feeling like that's the standpoint that she's viewing him from. Like he's lacking so much. I'm even feeling like she feeling like she's better than him. Like feeling like she could do better than him, that he's a scrub or something like that. She's like looking down on him. Mm. I'm so confused. Is this real? I'm never getting this high again. She could have been high at that time having this conversation, but I feel like her reality is warped. She don't see reality the same. She's very conflicted internally. She's very conflicted. I didn't realize how much you meant to me until I lost you. Hmm. I don't think that's how she feel. I'm thinking that's how she want him to feel. But let's get some more. Let's get some clarity on that one. I know my heart calling, and I enjoy walking that path. I don't want to choose. I want my cake and eat it too. I keep my double lives separate. I can't let anyone see me like this. I know I have to face my problems. I want to hide away. I think we tapping into his energy right now. Like it would literally uh drive her crazy if he was to leave and do better. It would drive her insane. It's like she thinking like she has to prevent that. That's what she thinking. Like if he leave me and do better, she more concerned about what people gonna think of her. Oh, it's making so much sense. That's why I'm getting these cards. Um, because she's looking at it from a standpoint of like if he was to leave her and he started to look better, gain weight, look healthier, move on with his life, it gonna look like she was the problem. That's how she thinking about it. It gonna look like that she was the problem. And it's already some gossip going around. So she's thinking of how to sabotage that. She wants to tear him down so that she could look better. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. There is, I look down and seen there is, and these is my own of my tarot deck. If you want to purchase them, link is in the description. There is no way out of this. I feel stuck and my mind is not clear enough for me to find a solution. Please help. I am feeling like she was low key drugging him. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Um, because I'm seeing like brain fog in both of them. And if she didn't like drug him, she convinced him to get on drugs or something like that. Hmm. That's where her mind at. She really concerned about how the way that he behaving is going to affect her reputation. That's like what she thinking about.
Vaughn,
It's important that you understand.
that yes, that you need
listen.
help. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so allow me to get it on my own and don't push me. The first thing I told you when we
I'm
were
not
married,
pushing you, but I have to take care of them as well, whether you're here or not. And you telling them something that's severe and serious, it is not okay. We don't know where you're going. We don't know anything.
I don't
and
even know where I'm going, but
then
the only
that
thing-
worries me.
And that's the thing. This is the stuff that stresses me out. This is why I shake and fall and do all types of
Because
I can't take this. I can't take
Marvon, there's literally, I'm not yelling at you.
I don't want us to be separated.
I'm not
but
okay.
Everything in this relationship right now is just one-sided, and I
It's
have to
not.
just go. Sometimes it's just easier.
It's not.
I just can't.
And you walk away, Vaughn.
Because I feel like you're just trying to keep saying the same thing and trying to get me to understand your point, but you're not really understanding what I'm telling you.
Marvon, I
So
understand
right now,
clearly, but
cannot,
I don't.
mentally, I'm about to break down.
Girls,
So
I need you to
stop.
go to the room. I'm sorry. Please take Sun.
Everything I am saying is literally just concern for you.
Okay, to be honest with you, I really don't feel like you are that concerned.
And
I'm just saying,
I know.
Your actions are really not speaking.
There's no actions that I'm doing.
Exactly. Your actions are not speaking. The only thing you're yelling is you need to get help. You need to get help.
I'm not yelling. I'm not even.
You're not yelling. I'm just saying. The only thing I'm hearing is you need to get help. You need to get help. I asked, what do I need to get help with? Oh, you need to go figure that out. Guess what? I'm doing so.
I already told you, and it's not. Our conversations are nowhere near what you're even describing.
I feel like you're not really.
Oh, damn, I can't stand motherfuckers like her. I can't stand. See, these the type of motherfuckers that make you go the fuck off. And as soon as you go off, they gonna look at you like, oh my God. See, this is what I'm talking about. You are so abusive. You are so crazy. See, play the victim real quick. Cause she acting like she don't know what she doing. She is gaslighting him. She is not being understanding of what he is saying to her. And she is trying to project an image on him like he is crazy, like he's not making any sense. Just because somebody needs time to get their mind right, don't mean that they gonna like they crazy. Cause she would say terms like, I know that you need help. Yeah, I know you need help. Okay. No, I'm just trying to be understanding, but you really need help and stuff like that. Nah, what he really need is to get away from your ass. But because he been like under her psychological abuse for so long, um, he's still thinking that it's him. He's still thinking like, you know, it's me going through my own internal struggles and everything. But in reality, he just need to get away from this narc because she fucking up his mind. And narcs keep you in so much confusion that you can't even think straight, that you can't even like, that's how they catch you slipping because they have you in so much confusion because they give you this fake love, right? They come to you, be like, we love you and care about you so much. When it's a motherfucking lie. And then when you pick up on that energy, like, yo, you don't really care about me. You ain't really understanding me. You're not really listening to me. They turn around and make you look like you crazy. I can't stand motherfuckers like her. I don't know what happened, but yeah, she did it. She fucking did it.
Understand. The counselors.
Trust me, I understand.
Listen. The counselors, they the only thing they do is they write down everything you want them to know for the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist then will book an appointment, and then after that, you start your sessions. That's how it goes. I'm telling you, bro. I'm asking every single person.
I know, Marvon.
So please stop.
Please.
Yes, stop.
Okay, I hope you know that I'm gonna call someone now that you're leaving.
Andrea, I wish I would have just been able to get
Oh my fucking God, bitch. See? You see that? Wow, bitch. That's a dangerous situation dealing with a motherfucker like that. He trying to get away from her. And she like low key threatening him, like, yo, if you leave, I'ma call somebody on you and say that you crazy. And you know that I can lie well. You know I can make it look like you crazy. You know what I could do. That's what she low key saying. He should have just been like, you know what, fuck it. He shouldn't even have conversated with her anymore. But I understand. I understand because when you with narcs, they have you thinking that it's you. They have you thinking that you the problem. And you have to go through that psychological programming and dissect it and everything to learn, even though you feeling your spirit is picking up on the fact that this person is not good for you. This person don't truly care about you. Your energy is picking that up. But the way that they speak to you, and they know you too, so they know your triggers. They know how to get to you. They know how to manipulate you. So they put you in this energy that you want to prove to them that you is not what they projecting on you. So you get to over explaining yourself to them. And that's exactly where they want you. Because once you start to over explain, you're going to say something that, they're going to find something to use against you. It's just one thing. They're going to get quiet for a little while and they're going to find something to lose against you. And that one thing just could have been in a moment of vulnerability. Because all he said that, you know what? I feel like I ain't going to even wake up tomorrow. I feel like he was using it like a metaphor. And he even said that he's not in a threat to killing himself. He's a strong person. He's a survivor. And yet she still projected that he had issues and he was a threat to killing himself. She still did that.
I don't have anything to my name because of you.
For $2,000,
Bro.
$2,000.
Okay, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's gonna happen. But bro, just because I'm asking for it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna pay it back, or do I even deserve it?
Fine.
That's what makes it. I feel like shit because I feel like you don't even think I deserve to. This is why I have to go. This is why I have to leave, Andrea.
I can close the door.
As you guys hear, Vaughn had his mind made up. He wanted separation. He wanted to get started working on his mental health. But Dre wouldn't allow that. As he goes to leave, he's trying to explain to her that his mind is made up, that this is what he's going to do. At some point, we hear a ruckus, and you hear...
See? You could literally see how she is an energy vampire. Look at him. Wow, bitch. See, there's a difference when you lose weight in a high vibration and when you lose weight in a low vibration. People who lose weight in a low vibration, their skin start to sag, they start to look old as fuck and everything like that. But when you in a high vibration, you start to lose weight, it will look good on you. But they looking sickly.
Dre in the background say something along the lines of, I was just shutting the door. And he tells her, this is why I can't stay. This is why I have to leave. Now, according to Dre, Vaughn broke the door. But from the way that it sounded like she may have done something to the door. But Dre told a friend, convinced the kids, and everyone that Vaughn got violent and he broke the door.
Oh,
Vaughn leaves. But once again, he has no money and nowhere to go. So he ends up texting Dre, asking if he can just come home and sleep in their daughter's room. Because according to Vaughn, the daughter doesn't sleep in that room. But Dre says no. Dre says she was not going to let Vaughn sleep in their daughter's room just to accommodate him. Vaughn again told her that the daughter doesn't even sleep in that room. But Dre wouldn't budge. Dre told him that he could sleep in the den. Now the den is not a regular den. The den is a shed, a portable shed, outside of their home. No air, no heat. So when Vaughn came home, he ended up staying in the den. Online, Dre was still portraying a happy life. She was actually on a live stream when Vaughn came home. She'd been doing a mukbang, but she ran to go to the bathroom. When Vaughn pulled up, her daughter ran in the bathroom and told her that Daddy was home. So she got up, she went and shut the mukbang down, and then she went and asked Vaughn what was he doing. So he told her, once again, I have nowhere to go. I don't have any money, so I have to stay here. But I just want to stay somewhere where I can be alone, where no one's going to bother me. She puts him in the den. Now, Vaughn had been reaching out to friends, sharing things with friends about how he wasn't happy, about how he had no access to money, and how he didn't know what to do. He told friends and he told Dre that he didn't want a divorce, but he wanted her to change. He wanted her to see what she was doing. But as far as Dre could tell, she was perfect, and Vaughn was the issue. Now, the morning that everything really went downhill, according to Dre, Vaughn woke up around 7:30, came in the house, brushed his teeth, and went back out to the den. Dre said that about 20 minutes later, she went out to the den and she discovered that Vaughn had hanged himself. She claimed that she grabbed a wobbly chair to try to get him down, but the chair was too wobbly. She said so she grabbed his knife and she was able to cut him down. Also, according to Dre, he was in his pajamas, so I don't know how he had a knife, if it was in his pocket, if it was just somewhere laying around in the den, but his knife was out there with him. Dre finally managed to get Vaughn down, and according to her, her daughter comes outside, so she yells to her daughter to call the police. However, Dre was the one that called the police. According to Dre, the police instructed her to administer CPR. The ambulance show up. According to the report, the cops noted that there was a chair in there, there was a rope. Dre said that there were marks on Vaughn's arm. Vaughn was without oxygen for 20 to 30 minutes. Now, with Vaughn in the hospital, Dre told her following that Vaughn was in a coma and on life support due to seizures. She didn't tell her following that he was there due to attempted suicide. Vaughn's family caught wind that Vaughn was in the hospital due to her talking about it on her social media, but they thought it was due to seizures. They tried to call around to get information on Vaughn. However, Dre had instructed the hospital to give information only to her. No one else could get any information about Vaughn. The mother contacted the police and was able to get the police report, and that's when she found out that Vaughn had allegedly tried to hang himself. The mother started getting in contact with people that could help her. Molly Golightly started covering this case. Molly has also helped his mother out a lot, but we'll get more into that in a little bit. So word finally got out to Dre's followers and everyone that Vaughn was in there due to an alleged attempted suicide. But Dre would go live while in the hospital with Vaughn. And there are live streams of her spitting in her hand and wiping it on Vaughn, or telling her followers that she was gonna put her saliva on him. She would go live while laying next to him, where you could see the tubes running in his mouth. In one live stream, she poses in a new dress, with Vaughn laying behind her in a bed with tubes everywhere. She stands up and she tells her followers, take a screenshot of me in this new dress. Not once have we seen Dre cry over Vaughn. Not once have we seen her look sad over Vaughn. She's literally going live while laying beside Vaughn as he's in a coma. Now, Vaughn's father is able to find out what hospital Vaughn is at. So he travels 3,000 miles across the country to see his son. When he shows up at the hospital to see Vaughn, Dre is on a live stream. We see her walk into the hallway and find out that Vaughn's dad is there. She tells the nurse that Vaughn's dad and stepmom is not allowed to see Vaughn, and that they need to call security and have them removed. Vaughn's dad can be heard pleading, I've traveled 3,000 miles to see my son. Please just let me see him. Dre says no. Now they tell her, they said, while you may be over any medical decisions concerning him, you're not over visitation. And the way that we run things in our hospital, we allow visitors so they can visit him. Now Dre, she said, but also you guys have a policy that is one visitor, right? So I'm gonna go back in, and when I'm done visiting with him, they can come in. Well, Dre went right back in that room with Vaughn and started calling around to have Vaughn moved. And she did. She had Vaughn moved. In a matter of a couple of weeks, Vaughn had been moved to 4, possibly 5 different hospitals.
Yo, this girl is just evil as fuck. See? And he mentioned a word. He said, it's the aura. So he's a spiritual being. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all gotta be careful, man. Y'all got to be careful out here because during this time right now, people is really deep in their demiurges. And I mean, turning super sadistic. And I'm telling you that these motherfuckers are evil. They don't have no empathy, no sympathy. They don't care nothing about you. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Okay. I mean, they straight demonic. Real shit. So you got to be careful during this time. Why she wouldn't let his parents see him? Why she wouldn't let his parents? Look at this. Signifies a selfish, destructive woman who seeks to manipulate and control you. She has unpredictable reaction, is cruel and seeks revenge, perverse, twisted, crafty, and dishonest, immoral. She uses people and then discards them. Do not trust her. Why? Why she won't let his family visit? You know, I'm getting the fact that she don't want anything to trigger a wake up. You know, I wouldn't be surprised she wait until the time that she can pull the plug. Yeah, with this Ace of Cups, I'm getting the fact that um she don't want anything. You know, I'm even seeing her research it. If the police was to go through her motherfucking phone, you would see her researching like how to wake a person up out of a coma, how to trigger somebody out of a coma, and she trying to prevent that. Not because she's trying to do it, she's trying to prevent it. Ooh, I could even see his energy around. If he wakes up, he gonna remember a lot. Emotional upheaval, life seems unbearable, separation from the one you love. She also doing this to kind of like punish them. She wants to hurt them. External events are stressful and out of control. Disappointment and heartache will pass in time. Conflicting emotions make life interesting and ultimately lead. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, bitch. Wow, bitch. This girl is evil. She's evil as fuck. First of all, okay, she's not. She want to hurt the family, and she wanted to hurt the family because she know that they wanted him to leave her, and they supported that decision because they seen how crazy she is. But not just that, she also wants to milk this dry. She wants to get followings from pretending to support her husband on life support. She trying to get fame off of this. What part made me feel that? Yeah, conflict and emotions make life interesting and ultimately lead to personal growth and enrichment. So she also doing this because she thinking that she gonna gain more fame from doing this. She probably did. She probably did. It's like seems so easy for sick, sadistic ass people to get followers and shit like that. Like, it's crazy. Let's see what else they say. Get a few more cards. She worked with some people though. She worked with some people. Like, she have a team of people that help her to do sadistic stuff. A good time for team projects and group businesses. Like she trying to somehow network so that she could get more money out of this. She might have had even called like news channels and shit like that to report her husband and stuff. You know, Lord have mercy. I think she even started to build a story around this. Like she want to keep him in a coma until she gained the amount of fame she is looking for. And then she gonna pull the plug. That was her plans. Seemingly it's not going because people making videos like this. So it's not going as she planned it. But that was her plan. She even had like some type of sad story around this. Ooh, bitch. She was going to really paint him in a bad light. She was gonna really paint him in a bad light, saying that, ooh, yo, she was even making up stories that wasn't even true. How he was violent, how he was always threatening to kill himself, how she was scared for her life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was doing shit like that. Ooh, this woman evil. She evil. Volatile, changes moods, narrow minded, but got it. Unforgiving attitude towards those she looks down upon. She looked down on him too. She looked down on him. And she got issues, mental issues. She don't think clearly. Yeah, this was what she was going to tell people about him. Stubborn, hurts others' feelings without thinking, puts his own needs first, changes jobs frequently. That yeah, she was gonna make him seem like a straight scrub. Like he was broke, he never took care of her. You know, he had these mood. Let me finish reading. Not successful, erratic mood swings causes conflict in his relationships, blames others for his failures, overreacts to the slightest provocation, repress anger. This is the picture she's planning on painting of him if she haven't already. Well,
One reason was the parents found out the location. Other reasons was that she didn't agree with what they were doing medically for Vaughn. There was an instance where she brought food in and she wanted to feed it to Vaughn through his feeding tube. Vegan food. Food that would go with their diet. She made it. And she wanted to come in and feed it to him through his feeding tube. Doctors wouldn't allow it, so she had him moved. Now, after all these moves, the parents don't know where he is. They don't have anywhere to turn. They don't know what to do. But Molly Golightly, on one live stream, she actually contacted a lawyer's office, told a lawyer what was going on. They told her, this is what the lady needs. She needs a probate lawyer. You guys got to find her this type of lawyer. While on the live stream, another one of Molly Golightly's subscribers actually got in touch with that specific type of lawyer and set Vaughn's mom up with an appointment to see that lawyer. A GoFundMe account was set up to help her pay for a lawyer if need be. Thankfully, Vaughn's mom was able to get an attorney that is now working with her to not only figure out where Vaughn is, but hopefully make it to where she can visit with her son. Vaughn, unfortunately, is still in a coma. He is still on life support. And the last we heard, at least 7 different doctors have reviewed his CAT scans and his medical information. and they say there's no brain activity. Now, I believe in miracles, but the doctors have stated that if he makes it out of this, he will be in a vegetative state. There's a lot of rumors going around about this case, you guys. I'm only going to try to share with you guys what we know, things that we can verify, or things that has been said by family members, things such as that, to make sure we aren't putting out any misinformation out there. There are so many moving parts to this story. I want to make sure I only put out what we actually know. But as of right now, this is where it stands. He's in the hospital, in a coma on life support. His parents are working to hopefully get to see him. The doctors did in fact shut down all visitation right now. So Dre cannot see Vaughn either. She cannot go to the hospital and jump on a live stream and show this poor man with tubes running down his throat. So that's where we're at right now, you guys. I'm going to continue to fight.
Well, how's she feeling about not being able to have visitations? Because I feel like she low key kind of freaking out about that. How's she feeling about not being able to do visitations? I just don't feel the same. I'm detached from my emotions right now. And the hermit. I'm at peace with myself in the stillness. I can hear my inner wisdom. I think she convinced herself not to care. Cause she's been like thinking over it. Like, well, he's brain dead, so he can't say anything. She feeling like she covered all her tracks. That's how she feeling right now. When I calm my, yeah, there's a lot of calming the mind, but what that's showing me is that she's reprogramming her mind in a way, but it's the now. She's in denial and she's going deeper in denial and dysfunction. I'm actually worried about the kids. Not that anything will happen, but I think that they are getting emotionally abused. How she feel about the parents? How she feel about the parents? Well, we already got that. We already got how she feel about them. I'm tired of waiting. I have a new perspective. I will act on it. I will make sacrifices for my happiness. I think that she's also gonna try to beat them to the punch. Like she want to be steps ahead of them. So she probably already got a lawyer. She's already building up on a case and everything. I wonder what's her zodiac sign because she seemed to be strategic, organized in a sense. But she's trying to get ahead of them. Like she watched them as well. She watched everything that they do. And every time they make a move, she make a move. So the mom starting to go fund me. She doing something. It's like behind the scenes, she being secretive on it because she already got money. But she already on got her a lawyer. And she already trying to build a case. And I think that she's already building this character of Marvon. Building a character like he had issues, that she didn't do anything. She tried to help him. He was always depressed and he was violent. She even been like, I see her in the mirror, like acting, like trying to act sad, practicing facial expressions. She might even be looking up like body language. She's prepping herself. She's getting prepared. She's getting prepared. Um, I did have a visual of her moving that rope. Like she moved that rope. I'm kind of feeling like she put the rope in there. Hold on. Devon hang himself. Did he hang himself? Not the right time. Reconsider. Did he hang himself? Okay. So I didn't have even though it's yes or no in here, it didn't give me a yes or no. Um there's an unlikely. There is an unlikely. I'm trying to see everything that happened, but I'm only seeing like bits and pieces. Something happened at night as well. Even though how they told the story, they said that he came in to brush his teeth in the morning, then he went back. So why would he brush his teeth just to go hang himself? That don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. They also said that he had markings on his arm. Okay, I'm gonna pause this at one point and see what is said. I'm also seeing that he wasn't in a state of mind to take his life because he was already making plans on getting out of this. And he was going to stick with his plans. And he felt like that was the solution. So he had a solution. He wasn't in a sense of hopelessness. He wasn't in that. So I'm trying to. It was marking on his arm. Reconsider and not the right time. What I'm getting is that mm, if she didn't do something, she went to him like in the night. She went to him at some point and she said some stuff to him. She said some stuff to him um because she was trying to push him into a hopeless state. Hmm. Okay, what happened the night that I'm thinking it might been somebody else. And I looked over and seen love affair, but he was done. But this divine feminine keep coming out. And I think it is somebody else. Okay, that's why I'm thinking that yes and no didn't come out are unlikely because I'm feeling like there's a possibility that he could have, but he was pushed to that breaking point. She went to him and said something that pushed him to that breaking point. And what was that? What she said. I'm thinking that she was talking about taking stuff away from him, but she convinced him that she would be able to. That's what I'm getting with this. If I would have got the children card, I would have think that it was about the children. But I'm thinking that she was planning on fucking up his life in some other way where he could have possibly been homeless after she was done with him. I'm thinking she might have had some dirt on him as well. I'm thinking she might have had some dirt on him and he felt like it was just going to be too embarrassing. Yeah. Because I'm thinking that it was some type of affair or something, but I wonder because I don't feel like that's enough. Like, even if she was like, I'm going to tell everybody that you cheated on me and stuff, it was something where he felt like she was going to destroy his life. Oh, what happened? What happened? The day that he attempted to off himself. Mystery. Mm. Sacrifice. Passionate. Fight. Something happened. There was some type of altercation before that had happened. That's probably why he had the markings on his arm. So what I'm going to do is just like do some quick research because I want to see uh what they say because I think that time has passed since this video that we just watched. So hold on, I'll be right back. All right, so I was trying to find like a timeline of the events that happened, and I couldn't find one unless I listened to like a 2 hour video. And I also find it interesting that his story is mixed in with this ex-marine. When you look up, like Google search this, somebody else named Marvon Mccray is a ex-marine. Oh, no, no, no. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. There's somebody named, wait a minute. Cause they had me think that's a whole, I think it's the same person. Okay. Hold on, hold on. I wonder why he was having seizures though. Seizures. Why was he having seizures? Actually, I'm gonna use these. Why was he having seizures? It's looking like stress. Why was he having seizures? Mental illness. At one point in that recording, right, he was saying that, you know, to get her to like believe him or something, that he had to be like a little extra or something. That's what it seemed like he was saying. Like, you know, I have to really show you that I'm sick in order for you to take me seriously or something. Um, mm, Something really strange about this. And then I was thinking about that sacrifice card. Like these stories that like make the media and stuff like that, there's a reason why they do that. I just think it's real interesting how this story and the other story about the woman who was poisoning her husband with Drano been coming out on top of this article that seems to be making its round, very popular, which is about men are being lonely. It's something about this that is rewiring the way that we think about, like, I guess, man in their position, but it just feels like a setup. It just feels like it. Like there's a reason why they making certain stories popular, because it has a certain effect on you. And I do feel like it's tied in them trying to divide and conquer, because now they starting like this war between men and women. And there are men on the internet that all they do is make videos of how evil women is today. It's always today because they want us to go back to how women used to be. Some bullshit, right? They would take a story like this and be like, see, man, this is what I'm talking about. You can't trust women these days. They will do this, they will do that, yada, yada, yada. And I feel like they do that on purpose. They do that on purpose because it just really interests me, like how long that dude been drinking Drano and how long it took him to realize that he was drinking Drano. Um, and with this particular person, I really want the timeline because they claim that he came in brushed his teeth, went back in the shed, hung himself. And then immediately, 20 minutes after he went from the house brushing his teeth, then he went out there and hung himself. She came out in the shed and trying to save him, cut him down, and something like that. It don't make sense to me. And the fact that she has a team, this chick has a team. She had people working with her. That also interests me. I think that when influencers, mm, like you could tell that some influencers are push because you ever went onto like a fresh YouTube channel? Like if you was to make a Gmail email and then you go to YouTube and it's fresh, you haven't searched nothing on it yet. So it wasn't an algorithm built. All you have is like they suggestion videos and they will suggest particular families. um I don't remember any of the families that they suggest because I don't be paying attention to what they suggesting, but I noticed the faces. I just don't remember the names. But they push certain people. Like they want certain people to be popular. They want certain people to be known. And I feel like they wanted this story to be known as well. So can you tell me more about what's happening in the background? And I really feel like there's a blockage. Like I could see bits and pieces of, I could see at nighttime there was some type of fight. And I see her keep coming in and out of that shed. With the rope and without the rope. Like she moved that rope a few times. She might have strangled him, y'all. She might have strangled him. I'm seeing it, but I'm not sure if it's a visual or if I'm creating it. I'm not sure. Sometimes I could like tell the difference. Like I'm pretty sure of the difference, but at this moment I'm not. Can you tell me what happened? Oh, yeah, what's going on in the background? Okay, that man in black card came out. Hmm. I'm seeing somebody else too, a white man. He looked kind of scuffy, like he has a beard, slightly long hair. I see somebody coming in the night. Something happened at night. She might have strangled him, y'all. I keep getting that visual. I'm gonna say allegedly, okay? But somebody else. That's why I think it was markings on his arms because there was a struggle. It was a struggle. And I think she worked for some people. I'm going to say allegedly. That's that domination card. Give me insight of what happened. Temporarily insanity. There go that sacrifice card again. There go that sacrifice card again. Was somebody else there? Was somebody else there? This situation will improve. Was somebody else there? Was somebody else there? It's some things though I feel like spirit really don't want me to say. I was feeling it heavy with this card. I want to dig deeper though. I really, really do. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I really feel like somebody else was there. A white man. I'm thinking that she could have strangled him. Like when he was asleep. When he was asleep. I really want the timeline. Cause I wonder, did she think that he was already gone? She might even put him like uh cause she visit him that night. She might have gave him something that made him super drowsy or something. Oh hell yeah. It was a complete setup because that's why because I remember earlier I was picking up on her planning. She was planning. When I was pulling cards earlier, I was getting that energy that she was plotting. She was planning on what he said. And she thinks she gonna get away with it because hold on, my screen got big. Because he said that sentence that he don't know if he gonna wake up tomorrow, and then he didn't. Damn. Okay, what happened that night? Emperor. There was somebody else. Duh, she might have been having an affair. She might have been having an affair. But this guy don't look young. He look middle age. Yeah. And there was some money involved. That's why she was making a fucking video. That's why she was making that mukbang before he came in. That's why she wanted him to sleep out in the shed. Because if he was in the house and there was a struggle, the kids would have heard. And she made that video to like give her like a alibi. Mm-mm-mm. Female, a perfectionist, conceals her true emotions, vicious gossip, betrayal, not a true friend, says what she thinks people want to hear. She is envious of you. Do not trust this woman. She causes problems for you. Mm. On this card, I zoom in on satisfying sexual relationship. I think that she could have been having an affair. I think she could be. They should investigate that. They should look into that. They should, because I think somebody else came that night and something happened in the night. Something happened in the night. Was it the child who said? Hold on, let me see if I can find something. I think it was the child who said that he came in and brushed his teeth. I mean, I'm getting people who saying that they believe that she was poisoning him with an untraceable drug. I believe that be true. I believe that's to be true. And I think that she was plotting on it for a long time because I also seen that people said that she was filming him while he was having seizures. And I think that's because she was plotting. So she was setting up the story. So when she did do something, she would look innocent. Cause like, look, I already shown that he have these issues. And it's also weird that the child was also having seizures. Honestly, that's enough. That seemed like enough to be able to press charges or to investigate more or have CPS come and look into the children or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-mm-mm. People go to jail for less. Look at the dude that did Black Hammer. They arrested him for feeding the homeless. But yet her child and her husband both started to mysteriously start to have seizures. And now he's in a coma. But she's still free and making videos. Okay. Did she poison him? Did she poison him? See, perfect timing and remain positive came out because she was building on this. She was just waiting for the right time to implement things. This reconsider card keep coming out. Peaceful resolution, not the right time. And take action card keep coming out too. Yeah, and with this, if you believe, but I'm just feeling like she had help. I'm feeling like she had help implementing this plan. And she was waiting on the right time to take. This is premeditated because she was waiting for the right time to take action. And with this peaceful resolution and remain positive, that's why, on her recordings and stuff, she trying to seem like she's just like so positive and shit like that. Like she trying to help him and be there for him, but it was all a buildup. Did she poison him? I do think she gave him something that night. Get more information. Did she poison him? The yes, hard to no cards are not coming out, but what I'm getting is that because I did get more information. And with this let go card, I'm feeling like with this let go card, spirit is trying to let me know that um it's deeper than what you think. A part of me kind of want to like stay on the surface, and on the surface is the fact that she possibly did something to uh take him out. I'm thinking that she was plotting something for a minute. But what I'm saying is that there's more parts to this. And it has to do with the media. It has to do with um the programming that they want us to be under. Cause there's a reason why they pushing this story. It's a reason why they pushing this narrative. It creates certain fears inside of you. That's why I'm feeling like she's being pushed. That's why because I'm feeling like she think that she's protected. She feeling like, you know, everything is covered. She feeling hella confident. She feeling like it's gonna work out in her favor. Okay. How this gonna turn out? How this gonna turn out? Little financial gain after taking a huge risk. She is gonna go broke, but she might not go to jail. She is gonna go broke. How this gonna turn out? Not a cards. She is gonna get some form of karma though, but it might not be jail. Something about the past is gonna come back to haunt her. Mm. Mm. I don't know. I don't know now. Something's fishy about this. Okay, so she might get away with this. I do feel like it's gonna be like kind of like one of those situations where she get away with this, but in the future she probably gonna go to jail for something else, and people gonna be like, "Aha, that's what you get," kind of like OJ. Yeah, something like that. That's what it's given. That's what it's given. How that's gonna turn out? I also think that she's gonna start a new relationship. Maybe even get married. But that shit gonna be horrific. It's gonna be a straight disaster. Might even be a younger guy. I don't think that it's gonna be the same guy that she had help her. I don't think it's gonna be that person. I think that she already started to separate herself from that person. I was looking if I would have had got like the justice card like upright. I would have felt like it was a chance of her like going to jail for this, being caught, being found out. Um, I just don't think that it's enough evidence that they could prove that she did something. Mhm. But with this judgment, I mean, if I would have got the justice card, I'm not sure if I said justice or judgment, but I did get the judgment card. So with that, I'm feeling like she will receive karma for what she did. Like for the rest of her life, she gonna be receiving karma. So even if she doesn't go to jail, the rest of her life is not gonna be happy. Like she get into relationships, they're gonna be fucked up. She's not gonna have a happy ending. I'm kind of feeling like she might even get sick, like diagnosed with something and have like a long, painful, drawn out death. Um, I feel like things from her past is going to be exposed, maybe even from her childhood. And she also gonna lose a lot of money. And she ain't gonna be able to make money. Cause after this dies down, um, people gonna start unsubscribing. People's not gonna be supportive. She's not gonna be able to maintain the fame. She's not gonna be able to. So she will lose a lot of money. And I'm thinking that she might even go bankrupt, um, loan default, anxiety over mountain debts. Yeah. And she might even be like an overspender. And she got issues. She has mental issues. That might be something that comes out as well. I'm also hearing that she might get her kids taken away. It might be the grandparents that start to raise the kids. So yeah, she will lose out. Okay. What's the outcome for Andre? What's the outcome for Andre? I mean not Andre, but Marvon. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like um his family may be able to get some money from her. Like they may sue her and get like a lump sum of money. So there might be like a wealth transfer. Also, mm, people's gonna see her for who she really is. The likelihood of him surviving this is low, but I do feel like there's gonna be some type of wealth transfer. Yeah. They might even try to sue her for like pain and suffering. And I think if they do that, it will be successful. Because there's more to the story. And I think that the family knows. Like either there been some like conversations, some text messages or something like that, emails, that tells more of the story and it's really gonna shine light on who she truly is. I do feel like she will be exposed. I do feel like that. Like her ass is going to be exposed for the devil she is. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end it right here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Stay blessed.